readings. So, okay. I just did my not my happy hour. I just did my mini love reads, but it was kind of like a short list tonight. So I wanted to do a reading for you guys, a collective read, like a pick a card. No love reads all the time. Y'all know, like sometimes, like to me, like it's I do it for y'all for the most part, but if I could, I could take a break sometimes from doing love based reads or pick a cards. But I understand, love is a beautiful thing, and it's what makes the world go round. So I'm gonna do this pick a card, and it's gonna be a blackout read, obviously, as you guys can see. And what I'm going to have you guys do is just like trust your instincts when it comes to choosing a pile. So you don't have a child, my goodness. You don't have a pile like to visually see to choose from. I just want you to trust that you're going to choose the right pile. Trust yourself, trust source, God, your ancestors, your divine beings, right? Trust that you'll choose the right pile for you. And the reward in blind faith, we're going to get into that and just see what spirit wants you to know. Like you having blind faith and what you can't see, and you trust with your whole heart how that is going to bless you, how that is going to be rewarding for you, and to what capacity. So that's what we're going to tap into today on this pick a card read. I'm doing this live, so I do want interaction, of course. Um, so if I can have more participation, that would be great. But if not, I'm just going to record this as it is, and you know, once you're ready, we'll start. So we're gonna have piles. We're gonna have a pile 1. We're gonna have a pile 2 and a 3. So you could choose between pile 1 and pile 2. Just visualize maybe a number, or maybe visualize literally like pile blank, pile blah, 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 whatever. And whatever is revealed to you, let's go with that, right? That will be your pile. This is a blind faith read. So just use your discernment. And and I'm actually going to do this with you guys. I'm going to shuffle blindly, like scatter the cards out. I'm going to lay them out like, you know how, like the poker table people do, how they like scatter the cards out. I'm going to do it like that. And then I'm just going to blindly choose cards and then flip them over and see what we get. That's how I'm going to do it. So again, visualize the number or the pile that to choose. So again, blind faith, you can close your eyes, pray, meditate, sit with yourself, and whatever number comes to you, or you might even hear it, that is your pile. So I'll give you guys a moment, and then we can go from there. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start with pile number 1. Okay. So pile number 1, let's get it. We're going to ask Divine Spirit, what having blind faith, or just faith in general, trusting and believing, even when, it's hard sometimes, even when it's hard to trust Spirit, God, Source, the Divine, what is the reward in that? What is the blessing going to be with trusting and believing? So for pile number 1, you may be the one that you really have to trust yourself. Like you're going through this, I wouldn't say test from Spirit, more so it's more of a place of like Spirit really strengthening you, really really leaving it to you to really trust and believe in yourself. And like, are you going to rise to the occasion and show up for yourself and show up for the things that you desire, the things that you believe in? And you got to be careful of distractions as well. I'm getting, okay. Yes, Spirit is saying yes. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards blindly. I'm going to lay them out like a poker table and just, and this could be a representation of you guys like really gambling, but a divine gamble or chance and risk on yourself and the things connected to you. Holy Spirit, lead me to the cards that best describe the blessing or the reward for pile number 1 in having blind faith. Only the card that I'm going to choose with my left hand. Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right. Let's see what you got. Okay. You have ancestral roots, love patterns, traditions, power, and trauma. You have illegal grounds. You have glass ceiling. You have clothes for spiritual maintenance, the light, and I declare and I decree. So these things, I feel what you're breaking through, you're breaking glass ceilings, you're breaking barriers, you're blasting through limitations that may have been placed on you, maybe through generational trauma. You know, you're breaking generational trauma, you're clearing it, you're clearing the patterns, and you're taking only the traditions and those things that best serve you, that best serve your lineage, that best serve your family. You're carrying those things, and you're diminishing, clearing, cutting cords with those parts within yourself, within your DNA, even within your bloodline, that no longer stick or need to stay or were never meant to be there in the first place, that may have caused discord, may have caused trauma, may have, you know, these things that may be on you spiritually, you're breaking. And I feel that there's also this level of divine protection that you have over yourself, where no one can trespass against you. Anything that is not for you, that is not of light, that is not of love, that is not of peace and joy, and that's edifying you, that's wisdom, that provides you progression, you're no longer allowing that into your space. And I feel like you have been closed for spiritual maintenance. Like, you've taken some time to really like focus on you and put forth a lot of work towards your healing, towards your dreams, your goals, but fear might be in the way sometimes, and that is the glass ceiling that you're breaking, or the words that people may have spoken over you that you can't do something, or you got to be this, or you have to be that, or unless you graduated with this, you're not going to be able to have your own company, and all whatever you've heard over the years or over the course of your life that has told you this, or you've believed, or you've taken these things in mentally. Spirit is saying you're going to break these glass ceilings. And I feel like that is also through your healing and reminding yourself that you are of the light, that you walk and you carry the light, that you may be a light torch for many. You are a divine lantern for others and for many. Spirit is also wanting you to declare and decree things over your life. It's like putting that divine stamp of approval. It is an official thing once you declare and decree it. Spirit is saying, bless things, good things over your life. The scripture that comes to mind as I'm speaking about the lantern or the light, the scripture, Luke 8:16. If you guys want to look that scripture up, Luke 8:16. I'm going to paraphrase, but it's, no one lights a lamp and then hides it under a bowl or a dresser or whatever the saying is, but instead leaves the light lit so all can see. So God didn't call you, source, divine, spirit, whatever you want to call divine creator. Your ancestors did not call you. You have not been chosen to be hidden or to hide yourself forever. Sometimes we are required to be hidden. Sometimes it's protection. Sometimes it's for our purpose of growing and, you know, our, let's call it our spiritual training, where we may be at a point in our life where we have to learn about ourselves. We have to sit with ourselves. We got to sit things out, or we might have to discard ourselves or take ourselves out of a place of distraction, or move ourselves out of certain environments, or maybe cut ties with certain people or things. Spirit calls us to have full undivided attention sometimes, right? And that's a part where, you know, that's a time or a season, you know, to be hidden. But when it comes to you walking in your truth and walking in your light, Spirit is saying you're not to be hidden, because your light is beneficial. It is needed. Okay. A lot of you guys carry a lot of wisdom, or you just carry a lot of love, a lot of inspiration. Okay. I'm just getting, some of you guys could be a Cancer or a Leo, or you have a North Node in Cancer or a North Node in Leo. For some of you, this could resonate. So let's see, what is your reward though? Okay. Reward and blessing for you having this blind faith and really divinely investing in yourself and believing and banking on you. Let's see. And you're not trusting solely in yourself. You are trusting in God and your source team, but you got to believe in yourself too. So let's see what the reward in that. What is the reward? All right. The past, the pain that you've endured, the disappointments, I see you putting an end or a death to that, okay? There could be this, yeah, the end of confusion as well. Some of you guys, it could be stagnation and creativity. I do feel like somebody that has, okay, this might be specific for someone, not everybody, but I'm kind of getting this vibe of somebody that could have been writing you or writing you things and hiding. This could be a positive, like, you know, maybe this is nice things, like someone like a secret admirer. Or for some of you, it could be someone that is maliciously, that has been contacting you and you didn't know who this person was, or it was like hidden, or it was like under a fake account, or emails that you didn't know who or what. This person is going to be exposed within time. Okay. I'm also getting peace within the family or within the home. Some of you guys are wondering if you guys are protected, or you, because this woman is sleeping with a knife in her hand and she's crying. It looks like she's crying. I can't really tell. She's sleeping with a knife. So some of you guys may not trust someone, or you feel like you're not safe, or you're wondering. I feel like this is a particular person. Spirit is saying like this person, there's going to be heavy burdens on this person's back, because I do get karma is coming to fix somebody, someone that has hurt you, someone that has maybe come up against you. You might be defensive. You may want to lash out, say things, or you had a tendency to lash out or say things. And Spirit is saying peace, like peace be with you. Like you don't need to handle this. The battle, this is not your battle. This is something that I feel someone's going to have a, I don't see the Tower card here, but I'm getting the energy of a Tower moment, because there's a tyrant that some of you guys have been dealing with. Okay. I do see promotion as well. Okay. There's some type of promotion here. Some of you guys may work in the bank or at a bank. I'm seeing a promotion there. For some of you, this is some type of government thing where maybe there's a favorable outcome. This could be like court cases for some of you. For others, I do get a strong like promotive, like promotion vibe. What else? Yeah, like if you're having issues with family members, I do see something being corrected. And if there's a family member that's been giving you a hard time, this person, there may be like an elder that kind of like is a peacemaker or a mediator. And I'm seeing this as like a male elder that's like, you know what, life is too short. We're family. Let's make peace. And I feel like there will be peace. For some of you, if this is about children or child support or divorces, if one of the partners here has been giving the other a hard time. Like whoever's been getting the short end of the stick or feels like they've been dealing with a difficult person, like trying to make things difficult or painful for them, I see things being balanced out in your favor. And it does kind of feel like there's a court thing involved with this. Some of you, it's someone that is like kind of it's giving me the justice card, even though I don't have the justice card here. It's giving me justice. It's giving me someone that is a peacemaker or a mediator, and they're an elder, or they're just older than you and this person, or there's someone that's wise. There's someone that knows how to handle adversity. This could be a male figure, like a patriarchal energy from this, okay? So your faith, and your faith could be tested in the areas of finances as well. Some of you guys is banking on yourself when it comes to career, and I do see like a grind. There is a level of patience though, or you've had to be very patient in the process of something with your career, your finances, or a job situation. But I feel like for some of you, this is like elevation, especially if you've been wanting some type of promotion in, what's the right word, like some type of a position of authority, like maybe a manager, a supervisor, or even higher than that, or starting your own business, being your own boss, like something with that type of position. So I hope that resonated with pile number 1. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to pile number 2. We're going to ask Spirit the same question. All right, so pile number 2, this is your reading. So we're going to ask Spirit, and I'm going to have, if you haven't already, to just kind of like, I mean, you chose pile 2, so use your discernment, close your eyes, trust, and have faith that you're going to choose the right pile. And I'm going to also use my blind faith and shuffle these cards and like lay them out like on a poker table, and just pull cards with my eyes closed and trusting that I'm choosing the right card and message for you. Okay, and the reward of your blind faith, like you trusting in Spirit, trusting in yourself, believing in the things that you hope for that yet you don't see yet, right? Your true divine desires. Okay, your healthiest desires, your divine desires. Let's tap in and see what Spirit wants you to know. I feel like for this pile, you might be at a crossroads. You might have 2 decisions. I'm kind of getting for some of you guys might be uncertain about which path to take. I feel you may have had other people intercept and telling you what you should want, what you should choose, or you've had the counsel of different people. Some of it may be not so wise. I do feel Spirit is wanting you to detach yourself. Okay, yes, Spirit is saying yes. All right, detach yourself simply from just what, whoa, the cards already came out. Okay, simply what you feel is best for you, because there is some influences around you. Yeah, there is some type of energy. You might have narcissistic people around you trying to tell you what you should want, how to live your life, or a particular person that may, you know, want you to kind of go in a specific path. Okay, I feel like you were given a prophetic message, okay? A message of healing, a message about a level up or some type of promotion, some type of initiation, like a level up in your life, like you're growing. Spirit is definitely telling you to cleanse your space, because you may not be seeing things clearly. You may be looking at things from a warped perception because of the counsel that you've received. I feel like not everybody has your best intentions. Some people work with very manipulative energy, trying to gaslight you, get one over on you, and you really have to use your own discernment. Okay, you really, really do. Pay attention to the animal messengers that are around you. Spirit is saying like there's something that you're trying to put a quick fix on, like you're trying to like seal and put a band-aid on something, that's not going to work for you. Like there's something that Spirit's saying you have to heal. You have to heal from, okay? Could be a fear that you have. There's something about taking the next level. If you've been seeing ladders or dreaming of ladders, this is your message. If you've been having dreams about being on a ship or a boat, this is your message. There's some type of reward here for you in regards to your healing or into some type of level up in your life, for sure. There's also a promise that Spirit is saying, like, yeah, I'm getting this, like, the reference, the story of Noah. Yeah, story of Nova. No, sorry, Nova. My dog's name is Nova, my bad. A story of Noah where he was instructed to build this ark and carry, you know, the animals and pairs and people, so that once the earth is flooded, those that got on will be safe and will be instructed and guided to the next land or wherever there's to go, right? But a lot of people did not believe Noah. They kind of like mocked him. They laughed at him. They didn't take heed to what he was saying. And imagine, nobody got on that boat but him and his family and his wife and his son's wives and the animals. Everybody else was left behind, right? So it's kind of like you got to allow people to just think what they want and believe what they want. You can't stop with what God has shown you, whether you want to call it God's source, whatever, the divine, your divine team, your celestial divine team that has your best intentions. There's a prophetic message here. So if you were given something, like Spirit said something to you, just because other people aren't believing it or don't see the same vision does not mean that you shouldn't hold that vision, especially since it has come from source God, divine source, right? So it doesn't matter what other people think or what they say. It's not meant for them. It's not up for debate. You kind of, sometimes you just got to let people just see it to believe it. And I feel like Spirit wants you to focus on preparation. There's something about prepping for your blessing, your reward in some instance. And when I say reward, it's not like something that you got to grind in order to be worthy of, but it's like you've made yourself available and ready to receive what is for you, in other words, right? And that's what you're doing. This is a phase, or a season, I should say, rather, of you prepping and preparing for what's to come and trusting that Spirit is going to lead you exactly where you need to be. And it's very crucial that you be very careful of the counsel that you're receiving around whatever this thing is that you are having faith in. Spirit is making it very clear that you are to clear your space. You might be guided to remove people out of your life. Sometimes our blessings cannot come in the vibration of where we are because of the energies of the people we have around us. It's like, why would you be hanging out at a vampire's den and you waiting on, I don't know, you waiting on some type of blessing, you know, or someone to come in? Let's just say this. Let's say like you got a room full of, or you're hanging out with a room full of people that are energy vampires, and you're telling them about all these blessings you have coming your way, or this new promotion, or this new whatever, this new relationship, and all they're going to do is to suck the life out of it. Or even worse, because Spirit was giving me this real quick and it slipped my mind. But let's say you have a friend that is like, you know, kind of this succubus energy, right? And you have a new lover and you bring your boyfriend over, whatever, this is my mate, blah blah blah, this is my man, you know, and this friend is already ready to suck her teeth into him. She's already lusting, she already plotting, she already scheming. Like, Spirit is not going to bless you with certain things when you are in an environment or in a vibration or energy, even within yourself, that is not healthy for that blessing. So yeah, Spirit is clearly saying to cleanse your space. So let's see what having faith and blind faith and trust, what is the reward in that for you? these back. Wow. Some of you guys, it is a peaceful life. Peaceful life. You have the King of Cups here. A peaceful life is what I'm getting from this. And ironically, you have the Ace of Cups here as well with that dove carrying the olive branch. So going back to that reference of Noah, some of you guys, it's just like having your own sacred space and place of peace. Some of you guys are artists and you just want to be free to create your art. Some of you guys like just be with your animals and just maybe even where you want to live. Some of you guys may want to live in a beautiful place, beautiful nature scenery. Some of you it's by the water. For some of you it's like the forest, the trees, the mountains, the woods. Like you want to live a peaceful life. And I see for some of you guys, you're not someone that is hung up on having a partner or romance. You might be some of those people that don't mind living alone. But for those of you that do desire love, I feel like Spirit wants to bless you with a loving mate. For feminine energies, like a masculine energy that is emotionally loving, right? This is a loving person. They express themselves very lovingly. This is someone that you could grow old with. Some of you guys, you want to be by the ocean because you like to fish. So it's like, I want to live that life of peace and just no drama around me. I see someone growing old, happy and healthy. And then for some of you that are masculine energies, I see a feminine. This is about love. This reward is going to be a lover that is a positive addition to your life. They are a light in your life. I feel like this is someone that loves animals. This could be someone that is artistic, someone that's very smart. Some of you, your favorite color is yellow or blue. I also see just peace. This is just the reward for you is peace and restoration in some area where maybe all you've been around is toxic people all of your life, or you've dealt with toxicity, or maybe you were in the past, maybe someone that was very chaotic in your past. Some of you guys may have overcame something here. I'm seeing like these wolves in sheep's clothing. Like, yeah, some of you guys don't even know that some people around you don't have your best intentions. And when I say this, I don't want anyone to be in that state of paranoia. Please use your discernment, because you may sense things from people, but you just don't have the proof. And I feel like it could be at least two people that I feel like you don't really trust so much. You feel they may have motives, or you feel like the way that you may know who these people are, or maybe at least this person is that I feel like you can tell that they might be a little bit pretentious. Like they may come off as nice people, but there's something about them that's very cunning, very vulture-like. Take no prisoners. They may say things that are very aggressive, like, oh, if you weren't going to go for it, I definitely was going to go for it, like you my friend and everything, but if that was me, I would have just, like, there's something about there's something about this person that's very like opportunistic, like the opportunist vibe from them. Like they'll push you out the way, like if the opportunity came. Like, I'm just going to use this as an example because this is a vision that I'm seeing, but like, at weddings where the women have to catch the bouquets, and let's say you're standing next to your friend or your sister or your cousin, some type of ally, right? I'm just using women as an example, but this can go for men as well. But this particular vision I'm seeing, it's like women, right? And I'm seeing like you're about to get the bouquet, or it's coming your way, and your friend or your sister or whatever, they push you out of the way to get it. Like they're aggressive towards you, they're competitive towards you. And I feel like maybe not just towards you, this could be their nature. Like these are people you got to watch for. Or they say things that are very underhanded and, oh yeah, that's cute and everything, but I wouldn't wear that because I'm classy. Like really, like, okay. Like stuff that's just kind of backhanded. Just watch for that. And I feel Spirit is protecting you from some of this. And some of you, you're blind faith and saying, you know what, I'm going in a different route, a different path, or I really need to break these connections off, or this connection off, or I'm just going to leave town and I'm going to move. I'm going to take a risk and relocate, or leave and move out of the country. Like, I'm going to take a risk in this. And this reward, it really, this blind faith and what it leads you to is a life of peace. Not saying that life is always going to be perfect from here on out, but you're going to have peace. Period. And some of you, like a lover that provides peace and that provides this joy, this happiness, but as an addition to, not something that is your sole source of joy or happiness, because that's unfair to the other person. You have to have your own peace and joy. And I feel like Spirit is leading you to this through your blind faith. Okay. So pile number 2, that was your reading. Yes. Some of you guys, it is travel, it's relocating, it's taking that trip or taking that risk to move. I'm getting that. It will be a blessing for you. Trust. Okay. If it's meant for you, it's going to work out. Much love as always. Be blessed. Be safe. Take care. Peace. Okay. Pile number 3, last but not least. This is your reading. Pile number 3. So, if your blind faith brought you to pile number 3, let's see what Spirit wants you to know. I'm just going to get some messages for you. Okay. I feel like you are very close to mastering something. I'm getting like ascension, ascended. You're going to master something. Your life path number could be 3. That's probably why you chose 3. Some of you. I see, like, you know that you're destined for something great, and you're not pompous, you're not braggadocious, you're not conceited, you are not vain about whatever this thing is. It's like, I can't wait to help people. I can't wait to bless people. I can't wait to share this with people. Whatever this thing is, you might have a vision of yourself, you know, doing something great. I'm just getting like maybe speaking or helping people, or even if you're behind the scenes, it's like it's your thing. It has your name on it. It has your logo. It has your something with like your brand or your name behind it, even if there's no face to put to the name, but it's greatness behind it. Yeah. You have a heart of gold, Spirit said. God bless you. Whoever you is, like, God bless you. So I'm going to tap in and see what Spirit wants you to know, though. Okay? You might be prone to jealousy from other people just because of your energy. You might do things well that you don't even know that you're good at, that you're really skilled at. Maybe you know you're good at it, but some people see it as just like this effortless thing. And there's kind of this jealousy, and you might share things not to be bragging. You know, there's a difference. You can tell when people be bragging. It's just like, come on, like, we know you bragging. But some people just share things, and other people, you know, that light triggers them, especially if it's someone that's not walking in their path or has not taken up the courage to walk in their path or their truth, or walk in their true identity, or walk in their own gifts, that feel some type of way about it. So that has nothing to do with you. Okay. Spirit, pile number 3, people. What is the message for pile number 3? Okay. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. Spirit, like your faith, like your blind faith is, will you really answer the call? Will you really answer the call? Some of you guys might question whether what you received was a false prophecy or a false goal, or like this thing that you desire. Or when I say desire, I don't mean like frivolous things, like something that's overly, you know, just egoic, just for you, your pleasure, your flesh, your, you know, you don't think about other people. It's just all about what you want, like something very selfish. I'm not getting that. If this is something that you feel like is too big for you, like you're almost like, this is too big, this is too grand, this is too significant, this is just too far-fetched, Spirit is like, no. For the most part, for most of you, if this is truly for you, no, it's not too big, it is not too far-fetched. And some of you guys have even cried because you feel like you're lying to yourself, or maybe you're in over your head, or maybe maybe you're misleading yourself or misguiding yourself. But no, Spirit is saying there's a calling, and Spirit is saying, are you going to answer? Some of you guys resonate with the Matrix movies. Like, I'm getting the, what is it, the payphone thing. I'm hearing phone home too. All right. Spirit saying just because there may have been a delay or a pause, or some type of pause, or what you may be perceiving as a delay, or maybe there was a delay on something, or it's just, I should say more so, it's just not the time. The time was not favorable, or this requires patience. It's not a deny. It's about the right time. It's about divine timing. Okay. Let me clarify this false prophecy card. Yeah. You feel like, potentially you could be waiting in vain. Like, this was a false prophecy. Maybe what I'm desiring is never going to come to pass. For some of you guys, you play music, like you play music, or you have the gift of, like, you could play instruments, or something with musical, or you're very creative individuals. Something with writers, I'm saying too, artists of some sort. Yeah, you feel like you've gotten carried away with something. I feel like you're deceiving yourself. But Spirit is saying you have to, some of this, like why you don't believe this, is because you have to believe in yourself and what you're capable of. You have to know your greatness. You have to know your light, your true divine identity. Some of you guys could be Virgos, or your life path could be a Virgo, or not your life path, your North Node could be in Virgo. All right, so let's see what the reward is that's going to bless you or come to you as a result of your blind faith. Let's see, Holy Spirit. I'm going to pull these cards with my eyes closed. I'm going to lay them out poker style, poker table style. Let's see. Okay. It's like I'm hearing like something hidden, like that you discover, like a treasure, or that's you. Like you are like, yeah, let's see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right now. I will say this. Kind of similar to one of the other piles where I was picking up, like, you kind of removing yourself from certain environments or certain people that are not for you, because it's like some people, they don't really want to see you do well. You don't want vultures around you in the midst of a blessing. They're not going to, they're not going to be good for you. They're not going to speak life into you, or they might be people that are going to end up being competitive or wanting what you have or coveting. You don't want those type of dangerous situations around you. So I'm getting like Spirit is saying, like, you cutting people out of the way that don't serve you, or that have a nasty energy, or that you don't feel like really want to progress in life. They might be waiting for you, and Spirit is like, no, like, that's not how it's going to work. You're not here to give to people that are not going to be appreciative. Some people you may come back to later to help, but for now it's kind of like some people are in the way. They're just not on the same page. They're not on the same vibrational level. Their intentions are not in alignment with where you're going. So you have to be very mindful of that, because this is your path. I'm seeing something with the infinity symbol. So this has greatness and abundance and blessings written all over it, and power written all over this, whatever this reward entails. I'm seeing your strength. Some people might think that you're weak in some cases, or that you're weak for them, or that you're easily bendable, you're easily influenced or molded, or that they can sway you, that they can control you. And I feel like they're not the power. Like, they're not the powerful ones. They're the foolish ones. you're moving in that place of compassion and wisdom and love and in patience. And I feel like you're the powerful one because you're operating in an energy that I feel like it comes from love. So these people, they're operating in their ego. They're not in their power. That's a false sense of power. That's a fake projection of what power is. So it's like, I'm seeing you trampling over that. Like, you're going to overcome that. You're not going to allow it to get to you, or you're not going to succumb to it. It's almost like you might teach these people a thing or two about how it's done, because some people, I'm telling you, they want to count you out, but they can't, because they know that you're very beneficial. There's something about your energy. But if they can stick around, or if they can control you, direct you, you know, they'll keep it at that. But they're foolish because they don't know what real power is. So they might be underestimating you just a little bit. Could be because, I don't know, you could be a woman in an environment full of men, or you could be small, or you could be someone that doesn't really say too much. You might be someone that isn't loud and boastful. You keep to yourself. You're cool. You're chill. So they might underestimate you and your power, but their form of power, their perception of what power is, comes from a bully type of mentality, and that's not what power is. I'm also saying too, for some of you guys may be kind of going back and forth on whether or not you should move in this particular direction in life, literally move. But this reward or this blessing from trusting your blind faith is, I feel like, once you truly see the blessing in what you have to offer, even if you feel like it's not much, you may think that what you have or what you possess or hold inside of you or what you bring to the table, it's cool, but it's not that big of a deal. Like, yeah, anybody can do that. And Spirit is like, no, you're unique. You're your own person. Only you can bring it how you bring it. No one else can do that. You are your own unique person. You have your own gift and abilities. You have your own star that is meant to, you're meant to walk in your own gift, your own magic, right? So I do feel like Spirit is saying to you, something about your hands, like blessed hands, because I feel like you use your hands for something. Whether it's writing, whether it's painting, whether it's creating pieces, whether it's hair, whether it's healing with your own, like touching things, or whatever it is, there's something with your hands that's like a powerful thing, powerful source. This faith is going to bring victory to you, and I feel like those that counted you out, they're going to be the ones that are going to be rooting for you, whether it's genuine or not. They're going to be there rooting. Like, nobody really appreciates the underdog until they're the top dog. Now everybody is like, oh, that's my cousin. Oh yeah, I knew them. I went to school with them. Like, yeah, I used to date them. Like, nah, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. You didn't believe in me. You didn't even believe in me. Now you want to claim me. Now you know me. So that's going to happen. That's bound to happen. But the way that you handle these people, Spirit is saying, see, like, your heart is tested, tried, and approved, or it may not be approved. How you treat people is also the blind faith test. Are you going to be an asshole to people because you're not where you want to be? Or are you going to be one of those people that get a little bit of something and you treating everybody like they're underneath you? God sees all, and God pays attention to everything. So there's this thing, but I do see those of you that really walk with kindness and you have it in your heart, you're going to bless others because you have it to give. And when I say bless others, some of you guys, it is like you're going to be building something for others, like a community, or you're going to invest in something for others or for people. Because you may start off feeling like you don't have it to give, and that's where the blind faith comes in, where you feel like what you have is very minimal. And I'm feeling like this is metaphoric as well. I don't feel like it's solely a financial thing. I feel for some of you, it's like just you giving words of encouragement, or you being kind to people, even though you feel like you're in a shitty place, but you still show up, you still show love, you still put your best foot forward, you still work hard, or you still give to people, you still are patient, you're still compassionate, you're still a kind person to others. Sometimes when people don't even deserve it, but you don't switch up, you don't change. And what I'm saying like this is not to say that you should be a doormat to people, but it's like where you could have easily been an asshole to some people, you didn't. Like your heart, your faith, like you trusting in the minimal that you do have and you still giving it. Spirit is like, I'm going to bless you tenfold, because that shows a lot about your character, shows a lot about your heart. So I'm getting, some of this could be financial too, like where you may feel like, well, I don't have a lot to invest. I only have $1,000. Like, how am I going to invest in something like this? This is all that I have. And that faith to invest in that and put everything into this thing that you're having faith in is going to bless you tenfold. So that $1,000 becomes $100,000. You know what I'm saying? Like more plus. I'm just using that as an example, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, most definitely that, because you mastered your ego. I'm seeing that for sure. Some of you guys, you have a dream. I don't know if you wish, like, I don't know if it's something with animals, that you wish to work with animals, or like you want to be up close and personal. Like for some of you, you love wild animals. Like it could be tigers, it could be lions, it could be panthers. Like I'm seeing wild cats. Like you might want to, or maybe some like exotic animal. It could be any exotic animal out there that it's kind of like you want the experience of that. And I don't necessarily know if this is like career or if this is just like a dream to travel and experience, I hope that's making sense. But all in all, another thing too is like, there's travel here because there's a lot of motion and movement. So the faith could also be travel. And I feel it could be like spontaneous travels. Like you might be called to different gigs, like just could be random. Like, okay, we want to book you for this. And this could be any type of field. So I'm not going to make it too specific because it's just what I'm getting, that you could get bookings like to do this or to do that. Like we need you to come here, or we would like you to come here or travel here. And it's like you're going to be on the go a little bit. I'm seeing like, but it's something with the heart. Like this is connected to your heart. Like you have a passion. This doesn't feel like a job, or it doesn't feel like something you don't enjoy or you don't want to do, or it feels like some type of task, or or you're forced into something. This is like something that you'll enjoy doing, whatever this is. And it's like more, if you feel like, okay, well, I'm already kind of doing that, but it's not really getting me where I want to go, or I don't really feel connected to this, where you might start going to places where you do feel connected, where God said like, you're going to be going to this part of Africa, or I'm going to send you to this part of the world, this part of Europe, or like where you've always felt a connection to certain places around the world, or where spirit has spoken to you and said, these are the places you're going to go, you're going to go. For some of you, yeah, it could be career wise. And for some of you, it's just, you finally have the means to do the things that you've always desired to do, the bucket list thing, right? But I just see someone traveling with their heart, like you're going where your heart leads you. And this could also be metaphoric, that you only go where your heart guides you to go and leads you, and that blind faith and trust in that, to even say, you know what, I ain't got no money to go to Tokyo like that. I just have enough. But then what if I get out there, I'm not going to have enough money. Like I've wasted I spent all of my money on this trip to get there. And then when I get there, what's going to happen? And you may know you never know. And that sounds very foolish to do. But I've heard many testimonies. I even myself have just traveled even when I didn't have much, and I just trusted God, and things always worked out. I'm telling you, or at least enough for what you need. Like trust it. If it's meant, if it's truly something that in your, like, you have peace about it, you can't escape it. You feel this like This is something I got to do. This is where I'm being guided. This is where I'm being led to go. And you go. That's really the gist of this. This is really what I'm getting. Because there's like boats here. There's bikes. There's motorcycle bikes. I'm seeing that. And blind faith and removing yourself out of toxic situations, because sometimes we get stuck in environments that are dried up or environments that no longer resonate with our spirit. People that, you know, it's kind of like this dark place. It's kind of like destitute. There's nothing left. There's nothing fruitful here. There's nothing growing, or you're tired of the same old thing. Then maybe where you're at, you feel like the people don't want to expand, or they don't want to grow, or everyone's doing the same thing, or it's superficial, you know, kind of getting like, let's say for instance, I'm just going to use LA as an example, or like certain parts of LA where it's like everybody wants to be somebody, right? Everybody wants to be a star, everybody, you know, or somebody, right? And it's this whole thing, oh, you're not a part of the clique unless you're somebody, or you know this person, or you have this, or you have that, or you drive this, or you look like this. And you might be tired of that life, and it's like your spirit is calling you somewhere else. Okay? Spirit's calling you somewhere else, and it's your heart guiding you. And it might seem like you're not moving with much, or you feel like you're kind of moving without much practicality. And some people might be like, you're crazy, why are you doing this? Like, you know what you're leaving behind, or you know you don't have enough to do this. How are you going to maintain this? How are you going to do that? But it's that faith, that blind faith, that's going to bless you and put you where your heart is going, where your heart has called you, where your spirit has called you. So long story short, pile number 3, that is your reading. Whew, that was a lot. Okay. I hope you've enjoyed this reading, y'all. I hope it blesses somebody. I really do. I hope it encourages you. Sit with yourself. Everybody's story is different. It's not the same. If you genuinely like this video, show it some love. Like the video, like genuinely. Like, if you like something, why ain't you liking it? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make sense. I appreciate you guys. And if you're just new here and you're stopping by, greetings and welcome. If you like my vibe, y'all can always subby and subscribe to my channel. Okay. And all of my information will be in the description for readings, booking sessions, sound healing sessions, coaching sessions, whatever you may need, let me know. You can email me and I got you. And until the next read or video, message, whatever, peace. Much love.